I've been talking to some business leaders and I wonder what is their pivot strategy in this new environment. There's some fundamental things to look at. First of all, major disruption. The pandemic released distributed work, and we've had the capability since 2000, more so 2007, when we had the iPhone and phones took away the tether that we had to physical place. But we still didn't utilize it because of all the legacy things that we have in place on traditional ways of working. So that's one thing that's changed. We're now in a distributed world. The other thing too is that the stock market hasn't crashed, it's been predicted, but that doesn't mean that the fundamentals aren't there for things to get ugly. Look at the recent report on GSA Space, the largest landlord in the country, revealing that in some places it's occupied less than 20% of the time. A colleague in Washington, D.C. says the downtown market, there's no retail going on. There's nobody there. So that has to play out. And the challenge that I see is most of the leaders I'm talking to are playing what's called a wait and see. The challenge is, if you're not looking at fundamental and structure, you're not getting prepared to take advantage or to protect yourself. There are two strategies to look at. One is solve a bigger problem. For example, if you're in the office furniture distribution business, and if you're looking at how do I get things there faster, cheaper, great customer service, you're dead. But now if you look at solving a bigger problem, like the process of the project delivery overall, making that a better, smoother, more predictable process. Or looking at business solutions such as employee engagement. Now you're moving into a consultant role, and you need to consider, how do we move upstream, higher value, higher level decision makers, no matter where you sit. If you're a manufacturer, broker, whatever, you can't be in the transaction business, you can't be in the volume business. You've got to be in something that offers more value. The other is that the traditional lines have been blurred. The traditional lines of workplace strategy, manufacturing, distribution, architecture design, real estate optimization, those lines are blurred, and you can't go forward thinking, well, I don't want to step outside of my swim lane because who am I going to upset and make an enemy? In this environment, it's musical chairs. The music is playing. When the music stops, there's going to be fewer chairs. We've already seen some consolidation in the office furniture manufacturing. And if you don't figure out where your next elevated role is in this value chain, if you see yourself like Kodak did, that we're in the film business instead of the memory capture business, you're dead. So now ask, what business am I really in? Where can I solve a bigger problem? How can I create an ecosystem of value instead of staying in that swim lane of value? Because the music's going to stop. There is going to be an exit on real estate. We know that. It's got to happen because there's just too much capacity. There's too much capacity in furniture manufacturing. There's too many dealers in this world to service the needs. So get ready. What are you going to do to make sure you have a chair when the music stops?